All right, y'all, we got another reaction video today. Nobody seems to realize this about the New York Jets. This is by Football Digest. If you're new to the channel, hit the like button for me. Also, drop a comment down below. If you want to catch live reactions, hit the link in the description. Going live on Twitch weekly, live right now in this vid. So yeah, man, we'll jump into it. Let's check them out.
Guys, I'm just gonna ask you this question straight up. Would you have believed me if I told you prior to the beginning of this 2022 NFL season that almost a third of the way into this very season?
Oh, that's a lie. Who face mask is that? That's Corey Davis.
That almost a third of the way into.
He got the hidden leaf crossed out on his face mask.
This very.
Who is this?
Season that the New York Jets would be sitting, at least record-wise, as a top 3 team in their respective conference. Well, whether you would have believed me or not, yes, it is a reality, and it also has some people questioning if we're living in a simulation. However, regardless of what you might think about the New York Jets, and believe me, I have seen a fair amount of criticism myself regarding the quote-unquote luck and improbability it has taken the Jets to get to this point, I feel like too many people are too quick to jump to what might have gone New York's way to see the success they've got so far, rather than focus on the massive year-to-year strides of improvement that we have seen in this team in just a couple of games. Because what the Jets are actually doing, I don't think many people expected to see it, and to be honest with you, most of them still haven't even realized. One sec though, guys, if you haven't yet, don't forget to like the video if you do enjoy, subscribe, and turn on those notifications.
Salah being one of the best coaches. They've been tightening it up, man. They've been looking better and better since Zach came back. Even before then, it was they showed some flashes defensively. Some flashes,
another NFL video.
But soon as Zach came back,
they just continue to come out with brand new NFL content every single week as the season
it starts showing a lot more.
So trust me, you don't want to miss it. But anyway, to get back on topic with the New York Jets, while there were many different reasons to be excited about this team going into this year, ranging from their vast amount of free agency acquisitions to seeing how some of their newly drafted prospects might turn out as well, undoubtedly one of the biggest question marks, keys to success, point of focus, whatever you want to call it, was the hopeful and potential development that could be seen out of second-year quarterback in Zach Wilson. Because while there was
Garrett Wilson in the first round or in the second? Because I could have sworn they got that defensive end in the first round. Love the underdogs taking charge like the Jets and the Giants. Crazy, both New York teams.
Both positives and negatives to
reflect
with
Big Newtons. They cool.
Of his rookie campaign, while it has shown to be very difficult for almost any rookie quarterback to be thrown directly into the spotlight as Zach Wilson was, it was still clear, especially when referring to the numbers, that some pretty drastic
rookie stats. I mean, he's a rookie though. He was a rookie. He has talent though. He's a talented quarterback, man. Like he got the attributes, the physical attributes. I believe so. It's just, you know, getting that on par with the intangible attributes and the mental attributes. You know, what's good with Jermaine? Yeah, I don't know. I think he played a little bit in the preseason, but I don't really know about the regular season. I haven't really heard his name too much.
Improvement was going to be needed in order to see team success. And with saying this, it should definitely also be mentioned that this is by no means a shot at the capabilities and promise Zach Wilson has shown, but more so it is intended to focus on how an offense like the New York Jets must operate in order to see the most success possible. Because for a team like New York, which I'm just going to go off the top of my head in saying this, have one of the youngest core focused offenses out of any team across the entire league. And just for quick reference to this, 6 of their biggest pieces are either rookie.
That is true. Elijah Moore, Garrett Wilson, Elijah Moore, Michael Carter, Breece Hall. That is true.
Or in their second year in the league, this offense, at least I would think from most people's initial thoughts regarding it, should not.
It's crazy. It was so much hype around Elijah Moore last year. And then there was so much hype around Garrett Wilson this year that I forgot about Elijah Moore. They got some depth, man, for real.
nearly as successful as it has been so far. Because after going from being a bottom 5 scoring team in the entire league last season to already being a borderline top 10 scoring team just this far into the year, and surprisingly enough, having the 7th best passing offense in the entire NFL right now, it has a lot of people questioning what is going on with this team. And while there are clearly many different reasons as to why this offense looks so much more dominant this year, I don't think many reasons are more crucial than the establishment of the dual threat within this offense between their pass game and their up-and-coming run game. Because Jets fans, while I know most of you were extremely excited with some of your early selections in this year's draft and guys like Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson, and even Jermaine Johnson, there were definitely a lot of people questioning their next selection in running back Breece Hall, and may I remind you, just a year after stumbling upon Michael Carter in the draft, which at this point from where he was taken seems like a steal. Nonetheless though, it just seemed like an unnecessary reach for the position at this point in the draft compared to what the offense might
Definitely seemed like a reach, but the way Breece playing right now is crazy with the mods game for Chris. Oh no, man, that's a good question. Good question.
need to get to the next
Hopefully
level.
some more
And even
emos
for the
by then.
Heads, it doesn't exactly look like the Jets' run game is drastically better compared to what's been seen in the past. Not everything is always shown in numbers. Because of the Jets always having this threat to run the ball down opposing teams' throats with this running back duo and their improved offensive line, it has in turn opened up so many opportunities for Zach Wilson.
I think a lot of O-line look.
Which again, to the surprise of almost everyone,
They didn't look that good when Joe Flacco played. It was some plays where he was doing pretty good, but maybe they're playing better around Zach right now. But I can't say they just look like, man, it just look like they got a good O-line. I feel like they've been upping it, week by week.
is one of the top offensive units in the league.
Eggnog for sure.
Even further to validate the presence of this running back duo, both Breece Hall and Michael Carter currently sit as two of the most used receivers.
17 receptions, both tied for second most used wide receivers on the Jets. Wow.
In this offensive unit. I mean, seriously, what we are seeing out of Mike LaFleur and the Jets offense this year is a living example of it ain't pretty and
is Mike LaFleur related to Matt LaFleur?
So we're gonna keep doing it until we get stopped. And then to stay on topic with the pass game, as we've somewhat transitioned into it, while Jets fans, rightfully so, are extremely anxious to see increased use out of some of their young wide receivers in guys like Elijah Moore and rookie Garrett Wilson, while again, how we've stated how effective the passing offense has been so far, and there's definitely been promise seen out of Elijah Moore through last year and even Garrett Wilson through the few amount of games this year, the possibility of actually seeing big plays down the field and trying to extend the ball through the air is probably something that is going to take more time than some people might actually want. Because again, with your second-year quarterback in Zach Wilson, who has definitely already shown his ability to improve dating back to the end of the 2021 season, with Saleh and LaFleur finally building their winning formula, as weird as it sounds, it's going to be essentially taking baby steps to see what else this offense is actually capable of doing. I mean, sure, their numbers could definitely be higher if they were used more frequently, but I would think that most players and
They low-key got a nice receiving core too.
the fans
Low-key
would take winning over individual players' success
like
almost any day of the week. But then to also cover this team's defense,
It's not top tier, but it got some nice depth.
Because as if they weren't already exciting enough to watch with guys like Quinnen Williams, CJ Mosley, Quan Alexander, LaMarcus Joyner, and even new acquisitions in guys like DJ Reed and Jordan Whitehead, they also, if you haven't heard yet, have the potential defensive rookie of the year on their team in Sauce Gardner. And for Sauce Gardner, who is obviously going to have relatively high expectations for being a top
I'm gonna give it to Tariq Woolen right now.
Draft, while yes, it's still been a short amount of time for him in the league, if you were still to say that he's lived up to all of his expectations,
good play.
and then
He has been
so
doing
far,
good, man.
That would be an understatement. Because so far, with being tied for fourth among all defensive backs in the entire league in total pass passes defensed, and while also just allowing a ridiculous 12 receptions on 24 total attempts through the first 5 games of this season. And the fact that he is still just a 22-year-old rookie is absurd in its own sense. I mean, if what we've seen so far is just a small preview of what he's going to be capable of, the Jets have truly found themselves a cornerstone for their defense for the foreseeable future. The way I see it right now, the Jets defense is looking better than it has over the last couple of years.
Bro, I've been saying that
It's only a matter of time
like
until
every
the
week.
offense
It's crazy.
unleashes into the potential that they have been showing. But I don't know though, you guys. While I am personally extremely excited to see what will unfold for the New York Jets over the next couple of years, we're still just gonna have to wait and see what happens. But anyway, with everything that I've mentioned so far regarding the New York Jets, as always, I am extremely curious to hear what you all have to think about their situation. So go ahead and let me know in the comments, what has surprised you the most from everything you've seen out of the New York Jets so far in the 2022 season? And also, what is your final projected record for this team when it's all said and done? But again, you guys, if you
I ain't gonna lie. Way they just playing right now, they could scoot into a wild card spot for sure.
go down below and leave a like on the video if you did enjoy, and of course, subscribe while you're down there. As mentioned, we're going to continue to come out with brand new NFL content every single week as we go along in this season, so believe me, you don't
10-7.
miss it. But also, I just wanted to say
That's
thank
not
you
bad.
so much to each and every one
10
of you
10
out there for
games,
watching.
double-digit
I
wins.
appreciate
That's
you
not
all
bad.
more than anything. You all know this, and I will see you guys in the next video.
Definitely for them, that's not bad, man. But well, and if they appreciate y'all for watching, hit the like button for me, subscribe, stay tuned, stay blessed.